You ready for the big Stern news?
Yeah, what's the big Stern news? Contract renewed? Is he off Sirius? Where's it going?
1 hour and 9 minutes ago, it broke. Howard made the big announcement on his show today. Now, there was a lot of controversy. Let's kind of track where this thing is gone. News broke 2 or 3 weeks ago that Sirius was done with Howard Stern and they would not be offering him a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
And that Howard was, that his days were numbered. Now, it's no secret, SiriusXM has been cutting all of their high-priced talent. SiriusXM is basically trying to run this thing on automation with things like music, sports. You know, they've been keeping some of their political talkers like Megyn Kelly. She's kind of the only thing that keeps them viral. Really?
Yeah, but she doesn't need Sirius. If they cut her out, it'll be a hit, but she can take it. She's got her own platform.
She's huge on YouTube and stuff. Megyn Kelly will be fine. But then, so after we heard that Howard was done and Sirius wasn't offering a deal, Sirius all of a sudden makes this big announcement that no, we fully intend on keeping Howard Stern. We're going to make him a deal. Howard's going to be here for a long time. Then Howard's side kind of made it sound like they were going to come back. And today, last Tuesday, they were going to make the announcement. Howard decided
they postponed it.
Yeah, Howard decided he needed a little longer vacation in his basement. So he decided today would be the announcement. Well, today at 6:30, Johnny, which way you leaning?
I'm leaning they put him back on. They're not getting
Put him back on? All right, chat, before we break this news to you, I want to know what you're thinking. Yeah, Zen Man with $1 says, shit talk the Marlins all you want. At least their cheerleaders are all females.
You know, when he has a point, he's a...
But I will say this. I heard a great point on that. The only reason we got those male cheerleaders was to distract Caleb Williams. So it might work. All right. They're saying historically white says he needs to go away. Bigot on socialist media says he's done. Now, Chevy fan with an interesting perspective says, who cares about Howard? That's probably the biggest part of this, is that people don't care about Howard the way they used to.
Yeah, because he's not Howard anymore.
Yeah. MSO says the Jew is always back. Wow, it's not, we can't do another WPH for another 20 minutes. So
hold on, sir.
A little wild. All right, here we go. The news. Howard Stern, the popular radio host. Hey, that's opinion. Who gave a massive boost to Sirius Satellite Radio when he signed a blockbuster multi-million-dollar contract for Sirius almost 2 decades ago.
Right.
Has abruptly left the company.
Uh-oh.
Howard walks away from Sirius XM after 2 decades. Now, look, we all like to shit on Howard because of the way he was after Artie left and, you know, the America's Got Talent and the most fucked up thing about Howard was watching him like congratulate how brave a stuttering guy was on America's Got Talent after Howard for a decade just bullied a stuttering guy.
Right. It's kind of weird.
Really strange.
He sort of shit on the person he was as he became the person he is.
Yeah. And, you know, the thing with Howard is, you know, we kind of, this is a great example of how hanging around too long can damage your reputation and damage your legacy. You know, there's a lot of guys who they spend so much time building up a legacy that you can't ruin it no matter what. Mm-hmm. Like fighters are that way, like Anderson Silva. People are going to remember Anderson Silva as the guy who was the middleweight champion for the better part of a decade and defended his title 5,000 times. They're not going to remember the guy who was a punching bag the last part of his career. You know,
right. But when you get that match and you are that punching bag, that's the sign to quit. His was like going to Sirius.
The thing with Howard was, it wasn't that he became boring or his show wasn't good. It's that he turned his back actively on everything he used to be. That's what ruined his legacy. If Howard would have got old and put on shitty shows, everybody does that at the end. All right? It's the personality transformation that wrecked who he used to be, because now it makes who you used to be look like it was a put on and it was phony and you never
like the you that shit on the popular people was just a fake ploy because you couldn't be one of the popular people. You got into that circle, and like the people with political shit, you got a taste of that power and you changed on everything you were.
You wanted to be the house you were knocking on the window of, making fun of those people. You just wanted them to let you just in the front door. Yeah, exactly. So So as we kind of lose sight of what he used to be, let's not forget how fucking ballsy that move to Sirius was and how he basically saved that company when he went
going
there.
over there.
I think it tells you how much he's changed, but also how much media consumption has changed in the last 20 years. Because when he went there in 2006, it was, oh my God, this is the craziest thing. He was the trailblazer. He walked so that Joe Rogan could run. You know?
Right.
He showed that there was more than just the gatekeeping free radio media that you could do a show on. There was this other option. I don't think podcasts become as much of a thing as they are without Howard Stern going to Sirius XM, because Howard was the one that lit the torch that went, there's an alternative way.
There's other avenues.
There may not be as many people because, let's face it, I don't think anyone is going to have that live audience. We just don't have that. It's not the same media anymore. Nobody will have the 20 million people at a time that Howard used to have.
Right, because everyone's divided into their little niches.
Right. And people
So you'll
watch,
carve out your piece, but
yeah. And people watch shit on demand. Like, I know Rogan probably has like 100 million people that listen to him, but that's over time. You know, Howard got 20 million people to tune into the same thing every day. That's insane at the same time. But he's decided that he's done. I think his deal's up in October. Howard, 71 years old, says, I know you're expecting a big announcement from Howard, and this is not how things were. Whoa, wait a minute. He did not appear on the channel Monday. So he didn't even make this, and he didn't even come to his audience and make this announcement. Andy Cohen did.
what the fuck?
Andy Cohen hosted the Howard Stern show today. I know you're expecting a big announcement from Howard, and this is not how things were meant to go. This was supposed to be a cleaner handoff. I'm kind of winging it and calling it a surreal moment here. I'm calling bit. You don't leave a gig you've done for 45 years and just not go. You go on the air and you make a big deal of it. This is a bit. This is phony. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
Or he's sick with something.
Well, he's always sick.
Yeah, but I mean, like, really, like, maybe he can't.
No.
And he doesn't want people to, I don't know.
I'm a radio guy at heart. That's my background. It's just, there's an instinct. This is a bit.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate here. What if it's not, though?
Then it's gay. That's my professional analysis. One, it's a bit, or two, it's chicken shit and it's gay.
All right, so then if it's a bit, it'll be revealed when? Like this week? Or
John Riley.
How long does this bit go?
John Riley just sent in $1.99, said Howard minutes ago said leaving story is a hoax.
Well, that definitely gives more fuel to your fire.
Fucking I told us so. I can't overstate what Howard has meant to this company and what he did for SiriusXM. He walked so that we could run. I can't possibly fill his void. Ugh, this is such. Oh, why is Howard doing fake radio bullshit? God, he's just like purposely trying to squat and dump over everything he ever did.
Yeah.
Ew. And how does this guy run with this story without checking it first? Who is this? This is the Associated Press, by the way. Mark Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy of the Associated Press. Giving this story. Hold on. We got, I think Ryobi wants in. I want to connect here. I got to make sure I get connected. Ryobi? Hello.
Hey, it's a bit. Search again, goofball.
I just said it's a bit.
Well, I know. Everyone's already confirmed it.
So I'm the asshole again.
Yeah, another L for the toe. Chalk it up. See you later.
See you later, buddy. That's Ryobi checking in from Tampa Bay.
Ah.
But that's fucking gay that it's a bit. Like, you're not the does a fake retirement bit guy. You know what I mean? So unbelievably scripted and lame. This unauthentic shit is a perfect example of the Howard Stern show since 2013. I agree 100%. This like, he had a chance to get his stupid curly-haired ass back in the news. To be relevant again. No matter what the announcement was, it would have been mainstream news because of his legacy. And he does a fake out bit.
Ooh.
Fuck this guy. Like, what happened? This is so bad. And my audience has got me like so on conspiracies lately that I'm convinced they have paid off Howard to purposely shit on Howard and crumble and destroy everything until it's dust, so that
I think they did it a piece at a time.
Yeah, so that we all lose our heroes.
Right. Otherwise, we might be inspired to do shit when they take over.
Think about it. They turned John Cena heel. They murdered Hulk Hogan. We know that now, that Hulk Hogan was killed.
Oh.
Howard Stern continues to defecate on his legacy. I'm telling you, they're trying to take away our heroes. One step. And who do they have making the announcement for him? A really flamboyant, untalented gay man.
I still understand why people use him to do stuff.
I don't get it. What's his superpower? Being gay and Jewish, I suppose.
Like golf ball through a garden hose, I guess. I don't know. What is his superpower?
Like, you want to take him seriously when he's sitting behind that microphone, and then you realize his farts make no noise.
His butt just breathes at this point.
Right. His butthole is just like, I don't know, like one of those final boss robots in Contra. It's just a giant blinking circle that you shoot at.
That's a deep cut.
Thank you. That's what he said. All right. I think I watched him die of cancer in The Last of Us and during the Nick Offerman episode. All right.
Weird.
Let's continue. Okay, let's watch this fucking horseshit, this monstrosity of a phony ass bit.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is, I know, not the voice that you expected to hear. This is not the voice that you probably wanted to hear.
Correct. On both counts.
Holy shit. I just realized Andy Cohen looks like fucking future Mug Club guy. God damn it. Why am my name
Crowder?
spacing on it? Yeah, he
You
looks
think
like
Andy Cohen looks like what Crowder's going to look like?
right? Like after he comes out of the closet and
Oh, you
everything
start
else
to
does
look
its
like
thing.
that when you come out.
Right.
Okay.
Well, just I think the lifestyle is going to wear on him.
Sure. I understand. This is great. Like, Andy Cohen is practicing more self-awareness than Howard Stern has in the last 12 years. By him going, this isn't the voice you want to hear. I know you probably don't want to hear from me at all. Like, thank you. Yes.
But it is I.
Now go drag that oversleeping Jew out of his bed and tell him to make a fucking announcement.
Andy Cohen, and this is our first day broadcasting on Andy 100.
Oh, fucking ew. They did this bit. This is like, what's next? Next April, Howard on the 1st is going to do a we're leaving bit. You know, Howard used to make fun of this shit during I think it was the 2015 contract renewal.
Mm-hmm.
Howard, like, Sal was late for the announcement.
Right.
And when Sal was, I think it was 2010. When Sal was late for the announcement, they decided to fuck with Sal and pretend that they were leaving, that they weren't going to re-sign with Sirius, even though they had announced earlier in the show that they had re-signed already.
Mm-hmm.
But Sal wasn't there and Sal didn't hear it. So they decided to play a prank and fuck with Sal and act like they were leaving. And Sal's like sobbing his eyes out on the air. And he's like, you're my hero. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I got kids and I don't know how I'm going to pay for them. And Howard is like indulging. He's like twisting the knife. He's watching Sal cry about how to pay for his kids and take care of his kids and what he's going to do. And he just keeps twisting the knife. He's like, Sal, why didn't you save some money? Sal, you make decent money here. It's here. I don't know what I'm going to do, Howard. And Sal is crying his eyeballs out. And finally, Howard goes, hey, Sal, were you late today? He goes, yeah. So what happens when you're late? You get fucked on, you idiot. I already announced I re-signed for 5 more years. And then Sal does that laugh crying thing.
Oh,
But that's a great bit. That's fantastic. That's primo Howard Stern. Now he's doing April Fool's bit with some gay Jewish guy. Great.
Yep.
I
like
know
I
that
said,
you're
a piece
expecting
at a time.
Yeah.
big announcement from Howard, and this is actually not how things were meant to go. There's been a lot of talk about what's going to happen with Howard. Is he fired? I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, except that he's not here, and I am. Joining me, as always, is
And
my
then a
co-host, John Hill.
cacophony
John,
of
a
gunshots
surreal
went off.
morning here. Good morning.
Sweetie, you're doing great, sweetie.
Well,
This is, you're right. This is like a psyop to like destroy everything that we used to care about.
Right, and they did it by just not stepping on the gas, just by inching on it a little bit. So,
How
at
can we?
the beginning?
But this is like the kill shot. How do we totally sever the head of everyone who loved
Right.
Howard Stern? Let's just have two remarkably flamboyant gay Jewish dudes take over his studio and do his show. It's like look. Let me say this to the deep state and the powers that be. Message received. Okay, I give up. I surrender. Just take these fucking bright blue-haired monsters off of my screen. So we're doing do you want to watch more of that? I really don't know if I can take any more.
Not
of
really interested, especially since I know it's a bit. It's
that. Right.
kind of worse now.
Now here's one person, in fairness, I'll go through the Twitter the ats and shit. One person wrote, Howard Stern trolling the world at 7 a.m. is a fantastic start to my day. Long live the king of all media. These people they still exist. God, people are so fucking gullible. I'll say this, when I read, you can go back and check the tape. When I read the Andy Cohen part of the story, I went, this is bullshit.
This is a bit.
This is a bit. Howard Stern returned to SiriusXM by trolling viewers amid reports he is being canceled. But is he doing a show now today? Like, is he back on the air?
He better be.
Or is he just using this to take a day off?
Like, if he's using it to take a day off, it's kind of shitty because, again, it's not like the cat's out of the bag. We know you're not canceled. So, I mean, and I don't know, does anyone really care how long he re-signed his contract for? I don't. So I don't know. It's not like anyone's waiting with bated breath for that specific information.
Right.
You pulled your Andy Cohen stunt. You got a bunch of people. And a bunch of other people went gay, lame, fake, and now we've moved on.
Not
So
only
you better
this,
be
this
honest.
was the one thing people were going to care about coming from Howard. And now we're
And it
going to
did.
move on with our show because I agree with the rest of the audience.